Two people decide they want to become software testers. Both have zero experience. Both start from exactly the same place. No degree in tech, no coding background. But 12 months later, one of them is working in their first QA role and the other is still applying. Do you know what the difference is? It's not talent, it's not luck, and trust me, it's not the certificate they choose. It's the order they learn things in, and that is a huge difference. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact path I'd take if I was starting from zero in 2026. And just as importantly, the mistakes that most people burn a year up and get nowhere. So why the market is different now? Before we get into the roadmap, here's the thing nobody tells you up front. For me, after 26 years now in the industry, the biggest change I've seen is in AI, and it isn't automation. It's that the entry point has moved. It's totally different from when I joined the industry back in the early 2000s. The QA market in 2026 is split into two groups. One group is struggling to even get interviews. The other is still getting hired, sometimes faster than ever. And the scary part? It's not experience that decides who's in which group. It's whether you understand what companies are actually hiring for right now. Because here's where many people are getting caught out. They're building a skill list from 2019 and applying to a market that's already moved on. Now, let's clear out the noise first, because this is what wastes the most time. You don't need a computer science degree. You do not need to be a programmer before you start, and honestly, you don't need to memorize ISTQB before you ever open a testing tool. Think about it. What has happened throughout technology history? Well, automation arrived, manual testing didn't disappear, did it? It evolved. What a company actually needs from an entry-level tester today is someone who can find problems, communicate them clearly, and learn fast. Technical skills will get you noticed, business skills get you promoted, but at the start, it's about showing you can think like a tester. By the way, I've put together a free PDF with the exact learning roadmap from this video, including the free tools to install first and the simple weekly plan. Links in the description. Grab it now and you can follow along as I talk through each step. Okay, let's dive in. And the first thing I want you to notice is the order, because this is where most people go wrong. Step 1. Understand what testing actually is. Not a tool, not a certificate, the craft itself. Before you touch a single piece of software, you need to understand the mindset. What is a test case? What is a bug report? What's the difference between verification and validation? This is a weekend, not a month, but it's the foundation everything else sits on. And I've got an introduction course on my STLC Academy. Check it out, linked in the description. Step 2. Learn the language of modern delivery. Agile, sprint, CI/CD, the difference between a user story and a requirement, and so on. Here's the important question. If you can't speak the language of the team, how are you going to sit in the same room as them? Step 3, pick one tool and go deep, not wide. So, Cypress, Selenium or Playwright for automation, Postman for API testing, Jira for management. Pick one of each and actually use it. Build something small. A tester who can demonstrate one tool beats a candidate who's listed 10 they've never even used. But here's where many people are getting caught out. They jump to automation before they understand what they're automating, and that is backwards. Step 4, automation basics. But once you're ready, and I mean basics, you don't need to be a developer, but you do need to understand what a test script is, why we automate the repetitive stuff, and how to read one. That's it. That's the entry bar. Now, let's talk about the 3 mistakes that cost people a full year. Mistake 1, starting with a certificate. ISTQB, it does have its place, but it's a decision for later, not a first step. I'll link a video on exactly when it's worth it. Mistake 2, no proof of work. Read it as an experience, open a free account, test a real website, write real bug reports and put it somewhere you can show. That portfolio is your resume's best friend. And as I said earlier on, I've got an exact course that does that for you and will give you those outputs that you're able to show a new hiring manager. Mistake 3, applying before you're ready. I see this constantly. 10 weak applications don't beat 3 strong ones. So here's your first 30 days, condensed. Week 1, the fundamentals. Week 2, the delivery language and your first tool. Week 3, build your proof of work. Week 4, your first targeted applications. And honestly, the people who make it aren't the smartest. They're the ones who did something every single day, even when it was small. And here's the truth I want you to take away today. The future isn't human versus AI. The future is human plus AI. And the testers who win in that world are the ones who start with the right foundation. The thinking, the communication, the proof. So I'm curious, Which step are you currently stuck on? The fundamentals, the tools, or the job hunt? Let me know in the comments, because I genuinely love to hear your perspective, and I'll reply where I can. If this helped, the free roadmap PDF is in the description. And if you want to see the exact interview questions companies are actually asking in 2026, that's going to be next week's video. So subscribe so you don't miss it. Until next time, from Inside SDLC, goodbye.